Welcome, NBA Top Shot fans. Everything Top Shot with up-to-date news and information. We will be providing knowledge to further your experience at NBA Top Shot Hot Drop. Hosted by the master of many things, Mr. Devin Buter, an NBA podcaster and fan. Please remember to hit that like button and subscribe with the bell. Information in all these podcasts is for collection purposes only. And now here is our host.
Hi, I'm Devin, and this is NBA Top Shot Hot Drop, episode number 59, October 28th, 2021. We are live streaming the second archive pack drop. We're about 8 minutes away from the queue being opened up and everyone getting their spots. We are in the priority queue. Thanks for tuning in and listening on podcasts, Apple, iTunes, Spotify, anywhere you get your podcasts, and YouTube, NBA Top Shot Hot Drop. Also, follow me on Twitter at NBA Top Shot Hot Drop at DJDev420. Well, thanks for being here, guys. We're hoping for a nice placement in this queue, especially since we're live streaming. We've got the NBA season is rolling right now, and it is exciting. Ja Morant is on a mission. He did have a tough game last night, and the other night missing a free throw that would have sent it to overtime. But his scoring average, his leadership, his ferocity, is at another level right now, so I'm really excited to see what Ja's going to do. Also, Miles Bridges is balling, just got player of the week, averaging right around 30 points, just playing really well with LaMelo. You also got Ish Smith over there with the Hornets. That's a crazy name to even be saying, but that guy's balling as well. So, like I said, I'm excited to be here with you guys. Episode number 59, one away from episode 60. And we are dropping in on this priority queue. I'll go ahead and show you what my score was here. We'll talk about the packs a little bit and what's going on with this priority queue here. So, as you can see, I got a chunky drop bonus at 15,900 for this priority queue. So that was nice to get bumped in here. And why you want to be in this priority queue is basically we're looking at being able to get 3 packs. So if you're in this priority queue, there is 90,000 packs in it, and you're able to then be able to purchase 3 packs when you make it through on the queue. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work. If people are bumped way back at the end of the queue, I think it's going to be interesting to see if they're even able to get a pack or not in this priority queue, how that's going to work. So then we're about 6 minutes from this opening up here at 11 a.m. Pacific time. And then the general queue is going to kick off again if people aren't able to get packs in the priority, or to anybody who didn't have that at least 3,000 collector score to get into this queue. They're going to have to wait for the general, which starts at 1, and you're only able to purchase 1 pack in that general queue. Let's see what we got in the general queue. There's a total of 128,750 packs. So what we're going to see is in that general queue, after the 90,000 from the priority are gone, that's what's going to be remaining in the general queue. So that's going to be quite interesting. These are going to be there's going to be some really nice moments in this pack. in this set. I think you're really going to be looking at, of course, the top names. There's a number of nice debuts here too. The Chalmers is awesome. He does a behind the back pass. It's off a steal, and then he flips it over his head backwards to LeBron for a vicious tomahawk dunk. So I think overall this set's going to be fun. It's going to take a while for the market to open up because of how late that general queue opens at 1. There's not going to be that many packs in there, so I know that'll probably close out, and then the market will be open, and it'll be interesting to see how this... Normally when we get pack drops, the market tends to drop a bit. It just puts so many moments out there, so I'm really curious to see where we're going, especially with this being the last drop of the summer, right? We're blasting into November here. They already gave us this roadmap, and we're going to start getting some news about Series 3. This WNBA fandom will be wrapped up, and I'm wondering how many moments are going to end up being in this Vintage Vibes fandom set. Because right now we haven't got the Dwayne Wade, we've got the Vince Carter, the Clay's coming, the let me pull it up here for you. We are 3 minutes out pretty much here. So we're looking at the... Who do you win it? Who are you getting in this? So move me down here. We're getting Teresa Witherspoon, legendary shot to keep the series alive. So it's a buzzer-beating game winner from Game 2 of the 1999 WNBA Finals to keep the game alive, or the series alive, against the Houston Comets. So this is going to be... It's considered one of the greatest plays in WNBA history. This was a chunky challenge to complete, so it's going to be interesting to see what that moment goes for, and also what we're going to be looking at as far as, like I said, the completion of this set, the Vintage Vibes. So the Clay is coming soon. That's going to be really exciting, and of course the Dwayne Wade that they have. That's probably the easiest moment to get out of all that. You could purchase 3 of those when that came out, so that's going to be interesting. All right, let's flip back here. We're getting close to the drop, or not. Yeah, the drop's going to begin here in about 2 minutes. We'll get our queue spot probably a minute after these 2 minutes are up, and then we'll know where we're at. And again, we're hoping just to reassure that we're getting the 3 packs and also getting in there nice and early for the purpose of the stream, because we're doing something different that we haven't done in the past. We are actually, if you watch, I think it was 2 episodes ago, it was a huge vault opening. I opened every pack in my vault, and I'm kind of moving forward with that philosophy that I'm just going to open my packs right away. There's too many showcases going on, challenges going on. There's a lot of potential to win a lottery in those packs, and there's really no roadmap announcement of any time we're going to be able to list packs. So it does not, and the fact that Top Shot does not reward you for holding packs shows me that they're not really in favor. They're not saying they're not, but their actions are showing that they're not in favor of collectors holding packs. So I've just, especially utility, a lot of my Dapper credit comes from moments that I've been able to move and stuff instead of having to put anything into the account, which is also nice from having all those packs. So here we go. We are 53 seconds away from dropping in here. I want to thank you guys for joining. It's exciting time for Top Shot, exciting time for NFTs and crypto overall. You've got the Candy baseball drop coming at 12 Pacific today, and that's another lottery ticket if you pull a nice serial number in there. So we're hoping, I know the LeBron jersey number from the first archive drop went for, I don't know, 8,000 or something. It was a huge purchase. So these packs, these are huge. This is a big drop still. You know that already. Anything on Top Shot is going to be big. So quite interesting to see what happened with those legendary moments that were just dropped for the WNBA. There was a lot of excitement and then a big sell-off, which we've seen. This is a pattern on the platform where collectors get anxious and they just kind of keep dropping that, and the price just, the floor really comes out on it. And again, time moves so interesting in crypto, NFT, Top Shot world, that you have to just be patient as a collector. But there are those windows where, if you're able to sell your moment, or jump in there and grab a moment before it rises, then that's what's causing all of that tail chasing, I think. So you got to be smart about drops and collecting at that time, and what purchases you're going to make or what moments you're going to hold. I had a friend who got the Sabrina. Here we are. We're about to get this, so I'm just distracting myself. He got the Sabrina, ended up selling it for $1,200. And I think that Sabrina's down at like $730 now. So, all right, what is this number? 12,429. I do the math. I mean, we're fine. We're good. We're getting our 3 packs, guys. So that's a nice number. It's going to take a little bit. We're going to be hanging out. But I again want to thank you for being here, and we'll make it interesting. Maybe we'll pull up, I actually do have that. So let me pull that up here for a second. We can watch the moments that we're going to have in here, because we're going to be hanging for a bit with 12,000. I just did the math. I'm like, all right, if it's 10,000 and you're getting, here, let me pull this up so you guys can watch. This is the official Top Shot, and I'll put the link on the YouTube description here. But these are the moments that we're going to be getting.
Welcome to Archive Set Drop 2. Very excited for this one. Some big Top Shot debuts from some superstars of yesteryear. I'm Jacob Eisenberg, community lead for NBA Top Shot.
I'll go ahead and mute it so I can talk, so it's not like I'm just playing that video for you guys. You can go watch it on your own. But what we will do is I'll comment on what we're going to be seeing here as far as the moments that are getting dropped in this. So this is the main archaeologist, if you want to call him. I'm not too sure what they call him again, but Austin Kent's the guy that it's a dream job. If you gave me a dream job, Austin Kent, I'm not coming for your job, or actually I am, but I don't want to make you feel threatened at all. I'd prefer to team up with you, but it's a dream job, man, to be able to select these moments. And this is a big question here. So we'll start with this Wally Szczerbiak moment. This is a cool moment because it's Wally Szczerbiak, but I guarantee you that's great. He turns and he posts up and he shoots a jumper at the free throw line. But that's a really basic moment. If you think of all the minutes that are available, even from, you're saying this season, right? They're having to go from 05-06 and 13-14, right? So that's fine. There's a better Wally Szczerbiak moment. So I'm very curious, again, Austin Kent, selecting this. There must be a reason. And they're talking about that. He says it's cool how he squares his shoulders up. It's very fundamental. But I'm just thinking, out of all the NBA footage, this is a topic that I've had with Top Shot since I've been a collector, and I've been in since late January. Love the platform. It's an absolute dream for me. I'm such a huge NBA fan. But when you're calling your platform Top Shot, I think you have to first qualify a moment to even make it on your platform. It should be an elite level, right? It's not just fundamental shot or basic shot. We're talking about some serious action. Now, here's a T-Mac moment. I like this. A reverse layup. He gets in the air. He brings the ball, down to his belly button and then swings it around the other side. That's sweet, right? He gets by Joe Johnson. Not the best defender, and again, out of all the T-Mac plays from that year, I guarantee you that's not a bad one. I like it, but there is a better one. So I'll give this one, if you want to go from grade-wise, I think this is probably a C+, B- T-Mac moment from that season. if you were going to go, all right, here's every highlight play from T-Mac from 05-06 and 13-14, and you can go ahead and rate this one or put it at a certain number level. That's what I'm giving that one. I'd be excited to pull that for sure. Jersey number, any low serial number. I'm a massive Tracy McGrady fan. I wore his shoes a ton when he was playing. Amazing shoes. He had a really unique style where the toe is a square toe, which not a lot of the shoes were doing that at that time. And the first couple T-Macs were just really, really sweet shoes. Nice design. So here we got Marbury. I like that. That's a dominant dunk. He gets up, but again, he's not at this is not a peak Marbury no, this is Stevie franchise. Sorry. So, and they even say it that this isn't him at his peak. He was a beast when he was playing for Houston. So, acknowledging that, again, he dunked here and he got up. But this guy had some freakish hops. He was in, I think, 2 dunk contests. And again, his nickname was Stevie Franchise, right? He was Houston's big dog. So I do like that moment as well. But again, out of all his plays from that year, I'm curious. I don't even want to do that with every play here. But I think you guys get my point. There are certain ones that hit it, so I'll even comment on that. I'll say, hey, bam, that one hits it big. Let me see my number here. It's moving a tad bit slow. Line is paused, so something's going on with the queue. I just looked down. It says line is paused, which is interesting. I really hope they're not having any issues. Who is this? Oh, it's Chauncey. That's a nice pull up at the elbow. It's a little side step. Fundamental. Chauncey was a beast. I think that's a decent play. Probably a number of other insane Chauncey Billups plays, right? I was not a Pistons fan. I was not even a huge Chauncey Billups fan, but he was drafted by the Nuggets, I think 4th. He was picked 4th. And he was a monster there. There were some sick highlights, but of course the championship Detroit team. So yeah, this line is paused, and I'm curious. I might just want to check out Twitter here. We could pause looking at these highlights for a sec, and let's just go on Twitter and see what the info is. Let me pause this and get back to the main screen. All right. Thanks for joining, guys. We have a live drop going here. Priority queue. I'm making it in. I'm at 12,243. So we are on a line pause right now. So I'm going to just check out Twitter and see what the deal is so we can give you guys an update too. Let me know in the comments there if you guys are in. Are you lucky enough to get packs today? This guy's got 16,000. See, that's what I'm saying. These numbers can be big. This guy's got 15. These guys I'm following on Twitter. So let me see. Update. Let me get a little music going for you guys here. And then, like I was saying earlier in the intro, we got that candy drop coming later today. I can even go on there for a second and show you that screenshot. But I'm not seeing. Let's go. First Mint. They're always pretty on top of stuff. Let's see what they're getting. No, not hearing anything. Line is still paused. So I'm sure we'll get an update here shortly. But while we're hanging, why don't I pull up that Candy baseball website so you guys can, hopefully you're in there. If not, you can register and get in that drop today. I'm just going to go through the link on Twitter. So I hope you guys are having a great Thursday. It's nice to be streaming on a Thursday. This just reminds me of the old days. We got a lot of pack drops Thursdays and some really fun lucky days too. So hopefully Hopefully we're going to get some beautiful rips in this pack. Boom. We're moving again. I don't need an update if we're moving. So let me give you a screen share here. This is the Candy baseball packs. So you're going to want to just sign up for an account, and then you can buy daily moments, and then there is a drop today. Yeah, right here. So there you go. Dropping today at 12 p.m. You want to check out mlb.candy.com. Candy spelled like the real candy, Candy. 12 p.m. Pacific. So that's in 48 minutes. So interesting that they're going to have that going during this Top Shot drop. Looks like this line's moving now. We're at 12,155. So let's drop back in on the archive screen share with you guys so we can just see what we're getting. I love that they do this, that we get to, get the moments revealed, because it's really exciting to know, what you're going to be pulling in your pack here. So let's keep it rolling. I think, who did we leave off at here? Is that Rayon? Yep. That's a sick Rayon move, right? Kind of resets it, goes off the glass. He's just a class act, and I love that it's a Sonics moment. I loved the Sonics. It was a fun team. I actually got to see a game. I forget who was in that game. I don't think Ray was there anymore. I want to say Rashard Lewis at Key Arena. So, and that was amazing to see basketball in Seattle. The Space Needle was like right outside. Hagg. The free Wade, I'm thinking it's going to come within the next couple days. It does say on there. I could look it up. Hagg, thanks for joining, bud. It's going to be the next couple days, because you got to be thinking this fandom vintage vibe set. They're going to want to wrap it up somewhat before we shoot into season 3. So that's coming pretty quick, I would say. They're going to want to have that in collectors' hands. Let's see. This is the Josh. Yep. Wham. Josh Smith, man. His career was tough because the Hawks team was not that good. And I feel as though his potential, it's a lot of time the luck of the team that you get picked to or traded to, or, where you end up. But I wanted the Bulls to get him so bad for a long time. I felt like he would have fit in really, really well there. And I think it was when, man, it's interesting to try and think what was going on during this year. So this is a 05-06. Yep. Moment. He was a beast. You're new to Top Shot. Right on, man. Well, we got you, Hagg up. Any questions you got, and any advice? It's non-financial. It's just collecting advice, but I definitely got you. So hit me up with any questions. Make sure you follow me on Twitter at NBA Top Shot Hot Drop, at DJ Dev 420, and subscribe to the podcast NBA Top Shot Hot Drop and the YouTube channel. So what we're doing here today is we're getting in on this drop. I'm under 12,000 now, 11,963. And some of my top moments, of course, are the Shaq, the LeBron. I could even pull up the list. Let me do that. Let's check out the list. Wait, here we go. Vince. I mean, anything Vince from me. He's such a class act. I mean, that's insane. No, that was righty. He does a 360. He gets that bomb 360. Vince not making the 75 list. I'm not going to spend any time doing that, but I did have to bring it up again. I'm just like, come on, Vince. So The cool thing about that, let me pull up the actual list that they've got about every moment here and the debuts, so we could talk about that while we're hanging. Let me know what's your spot in the queue. And the thing I've liked about the queue is that we are seeing it move way quicker, right? We're getting a lot more movement once we really get going. It seemed like at the beginning there they had a pause, and the closer it comes to your turn, it seems to really start gaining some momentum. So I'm gonna see if I can pull up the list. Checking out everybody's spot. Ooh, that's a nice spot. Pack Rep got 2,000. That's a nice spot. Yeah. We're at 11,000, so we're going to be cruising for a little bit. But let me go ahead and pull up this list so we can talk about it. I'm pretty sure I just saw it on here. So NBA right now is exciting. You always got drama. Here's the list. You always got drama in LA, right? Anytime they lose a game, and LeBron's always like, man, we stink right now. I'm going to chill. I'm not going to be part of this and get injured and try and get frustrated. All right, hold up. I got Hagg up asking me some questions. Let me get you Hagg up. I wasn't watching the comments there. Yeah, you got to get in there, Hagg up. One thing I recommend is getting in on these requirements, when they announce them, and making sure you're ahead of it. Normally, right when announcements happen for pack drops and stuff, you can get all those details immediately, and then just make sure you're making strategic moves to get that collector score up. It's one of the things that Top Shot has been really conscious of installing into the platform is that if you're an invested collector, they want you to be getting more moments, right? When Top Shot was just getting going back in the Wild West days, which I wasn't even in super early, but in late January or early February, it was about flipping, right? It was about getting moments and flipping. Anybody could get in. You get as many packs as you could. By the time I was getting in there, you could only get one pack in a queue, but sometimes they were releasing packs late at night. I'd have my notifications on from certain people I was following and be like, all right, we're doing a stress test. Like, she'd jump into this queue at like 1 a.m. So a lot of that has changed, and now you're needing to just get moments again, collect players that you like, because it's going to be easier to hold those. You're going to watch those players. It's so fun with this platform is that you get into players that you may not have cared about or been interested in. You start caring about teams. You start wanting to watch those players and learn about them, and it helps you learn about more players. And NFTs are so magical. The blockchain is so fun and so secure in a lot of ways, especially the way that Top Shot has set this up, that the influx of users that we're now seeing advertising. I don't feel like there's enough talk about that, but it's full on advertising with Top Shot right now. They've got it on the screen. We absolutely need to get it on the top of the backboard so that when dunks are happening, everything, they just need to say hashtag NBA Top Shot this. That has to be there. And it's coming, the bigger the names that keep rolling in, that's where I'm really excited that we're doing these archive drops. We're getting a legendary run it back drop, if you will, with the Christmas legendary deck the hoops drop, and then it's going to be all Christmas, highlight Christmas moments from years past. So that set's going to be huge. All it's going to take is a Michael Jordan or a Kobe. I think you could get really clever with getting the first Kobe on and not even calling it a Kobe moment, right? You could have it be an alley-oop, Kobe throwing a lob to Shaq, and it's a Shaq dunk. But that moment would be the top moment. It could be a common moment, and I think that moment would be I'm not saying the top moment on the site, because you got some of those legendaries are just obnoxious, man. There's just so few of them. You're welcome, Hagg up. I got you, buddy. Just check in and on Twitter. You can DM me and ask me any questions. You can also ask on here. I'm happy to answer during the stream, especially when we're hanging. I got, let's see, 11,720. So we're moving along, and it's one of the first drops that I've been a part of. It is the first drop that I've been a part of where you can buy multiple packs. So there was some that were glitched where you could get a pack and then get back in the queue and try to get another one. But it was never where you could order. And I'm not saying they never had that. They did have that on the site. But it just, they're bringing this back, which is also showing their confidence in the actual software and the ability for the site to handle that many purchases and distribute them smoothly while you have everybody in line. This is, again, why they've reminded us they're in beta. And it's very hard for people to be patient because it's like a time warp in NFTs. And that's another part of the learning curve that you hear talked about, but I don't feel it's talked about enough. It's way better to be getting a perspective about how time works when you're with these NFTs, because it's so easy to be watching the market every day and saying, oh, it went up. And I remember the first rush that I was part of. Like I said, I got in late January. So there was this explosion from late January through early February. And my account it was like, I felt like I won the lottery every morning. I woke up and checked my account. And everybody I was talking to that did not understand NFTs, did not understand really what I was doing was like, sell everything. What are you doing? And one of the hard things is I'm a basketball fan. So I'm collecting moments that I'm passionate about, and I'm seeing them go up, and I'm hearing about the game coming and hard court and all the applications and utilities that are available with NFTs and how early we are. So I was not interested in selling. And I, for the majority of the time that I've been on the platform, have just been a holder and a collector. I told you I held 34 packs along with any moments that I was getting. I was holding those. So there was a shift in my collecting recently for various different reasons, was to become a fluid collector and be able to watch the ebb and flows of the market and recognize how time works, and how the stampede, I would call it, is when the marketplace opens or when a new moment hits. And I've fallen into that a number of times where I've bought a moment too soon and then watched it go back up. You buy it too soon, it drops, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then you hold it, and it's like, oh, it returned and then went past where you were expecting it to be. So the patience is really important, and there's just a lot of lessons that you can just apply from life to being on the platform. But again, having fun is the number one thing, and we are just starting to get going with the Davian Mitchell announcement. And I don't know if you guys heard that, but he's actually letting fans vote right now for his first moment, for his Top Shot debut moment. It's either an assist front over to the weak side, I think it's a 3, or it's a step back, really beautiful step back shot. So you just hashtag which one you want. It's on the Top Shot Twitter, and then you're going to put in a vote for it. I have a feeling the step back's going to get it. But let's go ahead and share this list. This is from PackRip on Twitter, and he's got, basically, it looks like he posted it from Top Shot. So here it is. It's Mario Chalmers debut, Chauncey, man, I'm really small there. Chauncey Billups, Nowitzki, Kidd, Josh Smith, and then you got Kenya Martin debut. So you're looking at these debuts. The Luke Walton moment is kind of boring. It's just an up and off the side of the backboard layup, I think. The Rondo is nice. It's classic Rondo. First Celtics moment. Michael Finley dunk. That's a pretty nice one. The Camby one, I think might be a block shot. That's a nice one. The Gorbet is obviously that's his rookie year, so that's going to get some badges. The Steve Francis will get a badge, and then these other moments, of course, the Shaq, the T-Mac, and the Vince Carter, I think, are going to be some big big pulls from this set. So let's take a peek at the queue here. We are at 10,819. I want to thank you guys for joining and being in on the stream here. And I'm wishing you all a ton of luck and hope you're enjoying this NBA season. We've got a lot of storylines. That's another funny thing about the NBA is it seems like every morning you wake up, there's a lot of overreaction. And I think because it's a news-driven league, there needs to be material. So when you wake up the next day, you're not just going to say, oh, well, they won. But I think it's like, all right, well, now we've got this and now we've got that. And that's what's fun about the NBA. It's very much like a soap opera. What's up, Dashy? Thanks for joining, man. Yes, the Shaq. I'm wishing you all some Shaq luck, right? Everybody wouldn't that be killer if all 5 of us in this stream right now get the Shaq? Let's get it. I mean, I think that's, I'm saying probably the number one moment. I'm such a Vince Carter fan, but I think some of these debuts you got to be looking at. The Chalmers, I think, is going to surprise a lot of people and probably end up going for a lot more. I'm not necessarily going to give it a number yet, but it's going to be curious to see where that Chalmers. I would not be surprised to see the Chalmers at like 85 after all the chaos. I'm predicting it's probably going to be shoot past that even when the market opens. You're probably going to see that Chalmers over 100 because it's a really, that is a Top Shot play. So here we go. We go back into what I was talking about maybe 20 minutes ago. If you weren't in the stream then, we were talking about how Top Shot has a brand here, right? You named your platform NBA Top Shot. So that means these need to be the best moments. Then you've tiered it out with commons, rares, legendaries, and there is an ultimate tier, right? We haven't seen any of those yet. We've also seen the fandom vibe tiers. But what I think you're seeing here is in any of those tiers, there's a wealth of plays that you can be picking. And I'm comfortable just throwing it out here that I think if you're in a common tier, I don't want to insult players and say they're common players, but there should be a particular type of player that you get in the common tier. Now, the rare tier, I'm not saying you can't have a LeBron in the common tier, but maybe it's a really basic LeBron play. What do you got, Dashi? Yeah, you got the Baron Davis. I love the Baron Davis, but here we go on what I'm talking about here about that Baron Davis moment. That's from Baron Davis when he was on the Warriors, right? And that guy was a thunderous dunker. He's a Mack truck. He's a physical tank. He had a great three-point shot. He was an amazing dribbler. That play is nice, but it's not a rare run-it-back Baron Davis play. Like, out of all the plays they could have picked from that year of Baron Davis on the Warriors, I guarantee you there is a better Baron Davis play, and that's what Top Shot should be putting on there, right? So I'm even willing to back it up. Like, if Top Shot let me say, and I'm just going to throw this out there, why don't they have this? You put us all into a pool, like you do your lottery thing here, and a fan gets to pick moments for a series. It's called literally the fan series. And that fan, we're all put into a lottery. Maybe it's collector score. Maybe you have to have a full fandom set, something. But then the fan gets to pick the plays. Because I'm telling you, right now, I would kill it. I would absolutely, I'm like drooling to have Austin Kent's job. And again, I'm not coming for you, Austin. I'd like to team up with you. Because I probably need your help figuring all the vault stuff out and the rules. And you're probably going to be like, all right, man, I heard you talking, but here's the rules. I'm sure there's something in there that we're not fully aware of on what plays are being picked and why. But very true, the play sucks, Dasha says. It doesn't suck. It's actually a common Baron Davis play. So it needs to be a sick... Hagg saying he's going to probably get Rondo. He wants Rondo. Yeah, the Rondo play is nuts. That's a nice play. Does this fake, and it's classic Rondo. But, if I was going to bring up all the moments again, there's not even in this, like that Vince Carter play is sweet. He does a 360, lays it up. But there's definitely a better Vince Carter play from that year. I think that Fandom Vibe was sick, but the footage on it was interesting. If you watch the Fandom Vibe, I could pull that up. We've got the time. We're under 10,000, so the update is 9,255. I'll go ahead and pull my collection up for you guys here so you can just see what I got. We'll screen share for you. The Fandom Vibe. This is my collection here. The Fandom Vibe is right down here. All right. So I had to get I love Vince. I'm a huge Vince guy. I have a really good Vince story. Let's go ahead and take a look at it. So it's a sick play, but the angle, and I don't know if there could have been better filtering. Look, we barely see Vince at the last second. So we don't get to see him take off from the corner. It's all focused on Jason Kidd here. And then at the last second, you see like the end of the dunk. And Vince is doing his motorcycle. He's doing his motorcycle, and we don't even get to see it. You barely can see that. Like out of all the angles and footage that was taken from this play, I'm confused. And we've seen Moment Nerd do it. He literally does it. He will put up the play that Top Shot put up, and then he'll do a filtered version or another angle or focus in on the celebration. And it's amazing. So I'm just, why? The question is why? I mean, this play is epic. We barely get to see it. I love it. And I think it's a must-have. I think it's undervalued right now, actually, because I think this vintage vibe set is going to be huge. I think the reward for it, which we have not seen or even know about, right? They're not announcing that. I think once we get the clay is going to be really fun. I think a lot of people are going to have gotten that one. A lot of people got the Wade. Obviously, not as many people. How many people got this, Vince? 951 only. And I'm wondering what the numbers are going to be for the WNBA one. That was a steep challenge. I have my story about that one. I was in the Run It Back WNBA drop, and I made it. My queue number was awesome. I forget. I think there was 8,000 packs, and I had like a queue number of 7,400. So I was in. I was stoked. And when it got to my turn, it said I didn't qualify for the queue. So I was not able to purchase a pack. And then all those Run It Back moments blasted off. And I did file a ticket. I've had awesome customer support and communication. It's just taken a long time to get any response. They said if they check, my queue number was in a good spot, that I would have an opportunity to get the pack. But I've reached out again, and they said they're still looking into it. So if you do deal with the customer support, make sure you're positive and patient with them. They will get to you. They will respond. You got to imagine how much they're dealing with, and not because there's a lot of problems, but there's a lot of new collectors coming in. There's a lot of learning about how things work, and they're in beta still, so there are bugs. We're boogieing now. We're at 7,703. That's where it's starting another little song in the background here. And then I'll screen share this monstrous challenge. I don't know if you got in on this or not. Dasha, did you do this showcase? We got the WA Vintage Vibe showcase. So what you needed was 7 WNBA Run It Back moments, first of all. So that's a steep price. Then you needed to have 1 Cheryl Swoops, 1 Cynthia Cooper, and 1 Tina Thompson. Those immediately went up. I think they already were some of the most expensive moments in that set. I think it was literally that morning, it was like at a 120. And then when the challenge was announced and people got word of it, it went up to like over $320 or something. Other forward moments can be any player as long as they're Run It Back moments. So I believe I'll just click on it and you can see there's so many moments. I think there's 10 in this, and it's just juicy, very expensive. 7 moments. So that's a steep. I know we could look it up, but that's a steep challenge. No, I don't think a lot of people did. That's what I'm saying. I think this may be the potential bottleneck on the vintage vibe. So I'm going to be paying ton of attention to when this finishes, making sure, again, as I was talking to Hagg, that you want to make sure you have dapper credit or you're in a position to get a moment if you're looking for moments. A lot of times we have 3 days and 20, so about 4 days left on that challenge. A lot of times you'll see, and you saw it before this drop, the market goes down. People are liquidating, even for a common drop, trying to get dapper credit. We also saw that huge on the legendary. And then after the drop, you see undercutting going on. So just paying attention to the ebb and flow of the market and make sure you don't get caught in the tide. I'll call that the tide, where you don't want to get swept out to sea. Yeah, Dasha, you'll get it up there, buddy. It's about holding and just being conscious of the right time to make purchases and then selling, like we're talking about here. And it's just seeing the breathing of the market, and you can literally double on a moment if you get it at the right time and then sell it. You can do way more than that. So paying attention also to players, like somebody I'm super hot on right now. I've got a list of players that I'm going after, but somebody I'm absolutely hot on right now, of course, is Ja. He's way up there, but it's gonna climb. I think the Grizzlies are gonna pull the 3 seed. I did just say that. The Grizzlies are gonna be the 3 seed in the West, and I think that means you're gonna get Ja Morant as the MVP. Or at least in the race in the top 3, and that his moments are going to go through the roof. His MGLE moment is one of the top moments on the on the site. If you just pull it up, I mean, I don't know why we got to have it be a mystery. I got that moment quite a ways back, and it's absolutely one of my favorite moments, next to the Anthony Edwards Rising Star Reward. That is another. Of course, most of my top moments are dunks. But this Ja Morant moment, I mean, you very rarely see this in games. I remember, and T-Mac did it in the All-Star game, and it was just insane. It's insulting to the other team to do something like this. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. One of my favorite moments right here on the entire platform. Highly recommend getting one of these if you do not have it. It's going to go up with the way Ja's playing with a ferocity this year. Look at this. Off the glass to himself during a game. And they did a good job with the angles on this, the clarity. We get some really nice angles. I think you got to really zoom in on the player reaction after. But I love that moment, man. That is juicy. And I got a nice serial number on that. Decent 193. So we're boogieing, like I told you in this queue. I'm at 4,698. And hang out, guys, because we're ripping all 3 right when I get them. So that's another thing I'm not used to. If you've followed me and watched the stream before, here's another Ja moment you got to have. But I'll go to the Bridges moment after this. This is another must. I actually got 2 of these. I pulled one in a pack, which was really nice. One that I had in my vault. I had a Ja Morant in there. And this moment is insane, dude. He grabs it with one hand. His head is over the rim. He's jumping hot. Oh, no, it's right at the rim. I mean, that's just, it's violent. And that's what I love about him. He's got the flash. And that's game-changing stuff. Like, I like when a play is actually, it changes the energy and momentum that's going on the court. So let's get our Bridges up here. And we are moving, guys. 3,000. That's what I love. 3,684. That's what I love about the line. When you just start, like I said, as you get closer and closer. Wouldn't that be awesome in real life? It was that way, like at the grocery store, as you got closer, it just started speeding up. What a reward. Yeah, it stinks when you're at the back. You got to wait a little longer. But as you get closer, it goes faster. All right, I'm in. Sign me up. Here we go. So this is epic because, and I predicted this team could get, a 4-3 seed potentially in the East with everything up in the air right now with them, and then the teamwork of LaMelo to Bridges. But this is just insane. And MGLE, the way LaMelo lobs it up to him, Bridges just thunderously throws it down. One of my other favorite moments on the site, especially with him taking off. And then look at that juicy serial number, man. Super stoked on that serial number. Come on. Squeaky. Spot 176. Just tried to switch to 3 packs. It kept going back to 1. Squeaks, don't freak me out, Squeak Dog. So you only got 1? Squeaky, file a complaint. I would take a screenshot of that. That's why I never, when I'm doing streams and stuff, I got to be on my phone anytime I'm in a drop because I need to take screenshots if any issues happen because you can submit those. Let's go ahead and get back to you guys here. So Squeaky saying, I was spot 176. So that seemed like it was right at the beginning, Squeaky, and they did pause. Right at the beginning of the drop, the line was paused. So I wonder if you had a problem. 38? Really? Nice. Let's go. Dasha is 38 people away. Dasha is going to be ripping. So Dash, you got to let us know what you get, bud. We're hoping for Shaq. I think that's who you wanted, right? And like I said, we got this candy drop right around the corner, guys. And I am potentially thinking about this one. So it's interesting. This candy drop, I think they're doing a fabulous job and they're selling out. And it's run by... there's a lot of Dapper connections. I don't think Dapper's fully backing it, but I know there's big time connections and they're killing it. So this is one to look at. Check out mlb.candy.com. That drop's coming up in 18 minutes. But we're grooving on this Top Shot. Oh, the serial number? All right, we'll get the beats going. Thanks, Dasha. Serial number 38. There we go. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that serial number. Yeah, Candy, I believe, is legit. Again, not financial advice. They seem really solid, though. They're backed. I want to say there's definitely... oh, man, I'm right here on this. We're at 1,037, guys. I'm right in here. This line is just turbo. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to purchase. Yeah, this serial 38 on the Bridges. I'm out. I feel really lucky to have snagged that. It was a good price too. So let's get back to the screen here. We're going to be purchasing pretty soon. 1,037, and then I'll go right into my vault. And we're going to rip those packs. I'm going to get some music going. Let's see what we got. Turn it up a little bit. Get the vibe going. Thanks, Dasha. Get the groove going. Thanks for being here, everybody. I appreciate you. Make sure you follow me on Twitter, NBA Top Shot Hot Drop at DJDev420. Also, subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel, NBA Top Shot Hot Drop. We're coming up on episode number 60. We will make that one special. And we are at 611, guys. We're about to get some packs. Let's get that 3, Squeak Dog. I'll let you know, Squeaky. Hopefully I'm getting the 3. And once you hit this number like this, it's pretty much 473. I love it. Top Shot, you kill it with how you turbo blast as you get closer. It's so cool. 323. Woo! Boogie boogie. Every time I look down, it's like 100 people have already moved out of my way. So we're rounding the corner here, guys. 173. So see, I just told you 323. I just hit 173. Thanks, Dash. I appreciate it, man. Thanks for being here. It's all good vibes, all positivity, all positivity. Even if we didn't make the drop, it's been fixed. Right on, Squeaks. Thanks for that comforting words right before I go into the store. I don't want to hear the cash register is broken, right? But yeah, this is Other thing I love about NFTs and the Top Shot community in a time where we're going through division, right? And everybody this and that about politics and coming out of such a tough time. And we're even in that right now. We are connecting. We're all so hungry to connect. Oh, you said it wasn't live yet, Squeaks? Okay. Yeah, you're good then, buddy. Awesome. Number 60. I got 60 ahead of me. Here we go. Here we go. Being a teacher also, I work with junior high kids and just seeing how badly they want to connect with each other. It's my turn. Here we go. So we're doing that. We're doing it. We got to remember to thank Top Shot for that. Like worrying about the financial part, that's the bonus. The fact that we're here celebrating one of the greatest games. Thank you, Dr. James Naismith, for basketball, man. It is beautiful. I'm in. I am in. All right, how am I doing this? 3 packs by now. Here we go, guys. It's rolling. I got 3 on there. Spinning. Redirecting to Dapper. We're in using Dapper Balance. Processing payment. We're about to rip, boys. Let's go. Payment submitted. Yeehaw! See, this is the fun thing about packs too, is the whole thing. You get in the queue, it's exciting. You finally purchase it, that little dancing pack in front of you, and then you get to rip them, man. And like I said, I have not been a ripper, I've been a holder. And we're ripping today, guys. Let's go. I'm going right into the vault. They're sitting there waiting. Let's go. Thanks for being here, stream. It's time to rip. I'm going to bring the music down because you know we're getting music on these packs. So I'm going to get the screen share up for you guys. And we want some serious luck here. I am stoked. Not often you get to rip. Let me get the bottom thing down here. What's going on? Let's move this. Gotta close that. Boom. Much better. All right. Let me get my little side cam up. I'm so little. Why am I so little? Oh, wait. There we go. There we go. We're back. We're back. All right. It's time. Let's find the vault. Let's find the vault. Dash, did you get yours yet? Anybody in the chat got their packs yet? Let's go check it. Collection. Hold on. I got to move the chat over here so I can see it. Good juju. You know it, Dash. You know it, Dash. Let's go. Packs. Where they at? Boom. Show me my packs. Woo! 3. I love seeing that chunky 3 there. The chunky 3. All right. So we are... Wait, where did we go? Oh, sorry, guys. I went to latest Bucks listings. I'm trying to get my side cam jiving. All right. I'm ready. Here we go. First pack. Let's go. Let's go. All right, we're going to go right. Luke. Luke, dog. What cereal? 6,000. All right. But you see what I'm saying? That's a pretty basic Luke. He bumps him. Tim Duncan lets him have that. I don't know why. Oh, it was and 1. I love Luke, though, right? I mean, Luke, it's sweet to have a Luke moment. Let's go middle. Leave that lefty lucky. 17,000 block. Morning block. Pretty sure I already have one of these. Let's get this left going. Finn dog. Finley up the middle. 11,000. Nothing up in the cereal. It's a nice play. Nowitzki goes for the steal. Finley was sweet on the Mavericks. All right. mediocre pack. We got another morning. I already have one of those. I think it's like $23 or something. All right, we're going to get the next going. It's the other thing with these moments hitting the market, it's going to water down what was already out there. There's going to be more of these moments that have already been dropped. So that's going to be interesting too. Let's go the other direction. Ooh, I like the cereal. Yes! I'll take a D Wade. Let's go. Yeah, baby. Yeah. That's my first Wade. I'll take that. 3,000. That's a nice cereal. Out of 10. So these sets are interesting, man. I'm trying to figure them out. I know there's different. They're doing different. There's a 5,000. Michael Redd. That guy could score. He could score. That's out of a 20,000 set. Yeah, the Wade was sick. That's the one I wanted. Michael Redd. That's actually a nice play. That's a left-handed dunk. Yep. Oh, no, that's right. That's a righty. He goes right around Kirk Heinrich. Not difficult. All right, come on. What are we getting here, guys? Let's go. Let's go. 12-5. Jason Kidd. Layup. I'm so confused. It says 12,000, serial number 12,535 out of 9,872. So that's confusing. All right, so we got a Wade. We need some love in this pack now. We need some love in this pack. Let's go. Let's go. This needs to be the big one, the last one. Come on. Come on. Middle. 3,000. I like that. Rondo. This is a nice play. It's a nice play. Watch it. The fake and the finish. First Celtics moment. Like it. All right. Let's go left. 3,000. I like that. Yes. Yes. Here it is. Not the top one, but I wanted this. Watch this play. Chalmers steals it from behind. From Rudy Gay. Flips it over his head. This is a LeBron moment. This is what I'm saying. You could do the Kobe moment like this. It would be an assist to Shaq. You call it a Shaq dunk. That's kind of the opposite. But anyways, that's a nice serial number. 3,000 out of 20. Yes. I'm very happy with that moment. And it's a debut for Chalmers. Who's this? Another Rondo. Wow. 2 Rondies. Yep. We got, no doubt on the value. I'm always happy with packs. These are great. It's going to be a nice set. I'm looking forward to the market opening. Obviously didn't get all the ones that I did want on that list. I feel like I want to go back to the list now. So I really wanted to get, here, hold on. Go back to this. Screen share for you. So we got the Chalmers Top Shot debut. I wanted that. We got the Luke Walton debut. We got the Rondo first Celtics. Obviously, I wanted a Shaq, T-Mac, Vince. Didn't get any of those. That Wade came out of nowhere. I did not know that was coming. That one surprised me. So stoked on that. Let's go back to my page here. Rocking out still on the pack page. So we've got 11 out of 61 in this set. My lowest serial out of that pack was the 3,000 Rondo. Waiting for my Wades. Let's go ahead and look at my moments. They'll all be fresh up there. Again, thanks everybody for joining. Follow me on Twitter, NBA Top Shot Hot Drop at DJDev420. And subscribe to the podcast and the YouTube channel, NBA Top Shot Hot Drop. Do you think the market will open before? No, I do not. I think they're probably going to keep it all closed until everyone has their moments. The way to Mario is fire. Yep, I agree. I think that's obviously the two hot pulls there. Let's just scroll down and see what we got. We got the double Rondos, the Chalmers. I'm stoked on Michael Redd. Dwayne Wade Top Shot debut. So I'm stoked with that, man. Another morning. I think that's my second morning. So there it is, guys. Remember, let me know what you guys pull. I wish you all the luck. Thanks for joining the stream. And Dasha, I appreciate all your positive energy. Keep that going. Make sure you're spreading that out in the world, man. We need it out there. And just remember, man, enjoy it. This whole journey. Just enjoy it. All right, guys. That's going to wrap up the episode. And I will see you soon. How many are going to be left in the general queue? Oh, Joe, look at that. That was a false ending. So, Joe, I had that up earlier. Basically, what we're going to see there is whatever's left. It's probably going to be maybe 20,000. I'm not sure. That's going to be an aggressive queue. That's not going to be fun. I think you probably got a lot of people buying the max packs. So I wish you all luck in the general queue if you did not get in there. Again, thanks for being in the stream. And I'm going to remind you one more time. Enjoy it. Let's get this music going.